Good afternoon, Coronians. Welcome to this month's edition of the Coronis Health Featured Employee of the Month. And we have an incredibly special guest today, Miss Diane Frett, our Vice President of Finance. Congratulations, Diane, on your nomination. I'm really excited to chat with you today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you bet. You know what? A lot of people don't know what a Vice President of Finance does on a daily basis. Most of us just think you chase down innocent salespeople, demand their expenses are turned in. Can you share with the Coronians out there a little bit more about what a VP of Finance actually does, please?
Sure. And that is a very important job, I just want to say. So yes, I'm a VP of Finance at Coronis. I work off the Sykesville office in Maryland. I have a team of about 13 right now that does a fantastic job of managing the finance, accounting, and legal functions of the company. I did want to do a little shout out by name because I feel like it's worthwhile. They do the day-to-day really to make me look, good, right, every day. So hopefully I didn't miss anybody, but it's Michael, Simpy, Vlad, Rennie, Christine, Malia, Bavisha, Tierra, Wu, Dan, RJ, and Holly. I think I got all of them, hopefully. So I just want to thank them for their dedication every single day. What do we do exactly? We do invoicing for our customers. We do collections. I think you mentioned expense reporting. That's a huge part of what we do every day. And we do legal disputes, contract management, financial reporting, month end. And most of all, we do the integrations on all the acquisitions we've done thus far and that we will do going forward.
Holy cow, that's a lot more than I thought. I thought it was all about expenses and credit cards and who was at lunch with you last week, Simon. Thank you very much. And I love the fact that you called out your whole team. I think that's just brilliant. I've met many of your team. They are super supportive. And I tell you what, they're very, very easy folks to work with. They step out of their way. They don't just say, that's not my job. They help us. They help the field guys. It's wonderful. Thank you, Diane. Sure. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got to where you are today, your journey?
Yeah, so let me think. I think I could probably start at high school. I took an elective accounting. They offered it at the high school that I was at, and I loved it. I just fell in love with it. Numbers made sense to me always, and it just clicked. And I think it helped the fact that my father was an accountant and my older sister was a CPA and accountant at the time. So I think that kind of made me feel like, oh, I could do this too. So it started in high school, went to Penn State, graduated with a BS in accounting. My first job, out of school, I did public accounting with PricewaterhouseCoopers, one of the big four. Got extensive public accounting experience there. Being in public accounting, I think the benefit is you learn so much so quickly. And also you get tapped into different types of industries, whoever your clients were. And I really did get that experience. So I'm very fortunate to have that. And then I, went to the private and hit, various different companies. I made sure that each job was different industry though, because I think it's just kind of adds a little color to it, to kind of make the accounting job a little more interesting, I think, when you hit different industries. So I did that. The job prior to Coronis, I went in as a consultant. They needed help in expanding their finance and accounting department. So I came in, but then became a full-time employee pretty quickly. and did couple acquisitions there. But coming in as it was a super growth company itself, but it was at the toddler stage, I guess, and coming in and just really helping that and ramping that up, and doing a couple acquisition for that company made me realize this is what I want to do, next job. And M&A experience is what I was pursuing more and more. And that's where I ended up at Coronis, knowing that they were going to do a lot of acquisitions. So, here I am. After 5 years, I've done 16. So I got the M&A experience that I really wanted. So I'm super happy here at Coronis.
Wow, and thank you. That's impressive. I've done a few acquisitions myself, and I've been acquired, and so I can't imagine doing that times 16. That was you get the Medal of Honor for that one. Great job. You've got a unique position then, based on your rearview mirror experience with Coronis. Could you tell Coronians where you see the company going over the next 2 years?
Yeah, sure. I think first I wanted to just kind of add a little color to my journey of what I've seen the company do, to kind of talk about what I feel we're going. When I started back in July 2016, I had a staff of 3. Now we have 13. We were a $7 million company. Now we're over $100 million. We had, US and India back then, I think maybe 200 employees. Now we're up to 1,800. So you can just imagine the growth that this company has had. And, I feel fortunate. I think I said it before that, I got to enjoy that journey along with everyone else. And, personally, I think this company, always asked me to go out of my comfort zone. I think it's probably the first company that did that. And I love it, right? It makes me grow, and extend my leadership skills and, everything else that's out there. So, so that's kind of, where it's been, where do I see the company going? I think employee perspective, we have leaders, like yourself, Simon, that knows how to identify talent and putting them in the right positions. I think it's super important, very hard to do, especially in a super growth company like ours. But I think we do an excellent job at it. So I think that's very a positive side of Coronis. But we had great success, like I said, about the super growth of the company. But we're constantly evaluating and improving of what can we, or how can we do better for our clients and our employees. That's something we constantly look at as leaders of the company. And I think a big part of that is improving our scalability, improving our internal processes, and just really creating a great environment for our employees to grow, like myself, and have a career here. And I think that's how Coronis way. Let's just say Coronis way. And we're on this trajectory, and I completely see this company becoming the market leader of the RCM space for sure.
Oh, heck yeah, absolutely. Thank you. That was very insightful, and I appreciate it. And a lot of folks are gonna appreciate hearing that too. Given your lofty position at the seat of power in Sykesville, do you have any particular company news you'd like to share here first before anyone knows?
Ooh. So, I think, as I mentioned in, previous answers that I had, I work on acquisitions a lot, and, Stephen Grubbs is out there, right? And getting acquisitions. I did want to mention that, the next one that we close will be our 20th one. So what a extraordinary, milestone for the company. This benefits everybody, right? And, I think that's one thing I wanted to share, and that Stephen Grubbs needs a plaque for that.
Excellent. But I want the scoop. The Coronians out there want the scoop. When are we closing the next company?
I don't know if I can say that, but very near future.
Okay, you passed the test. Great job. Finally, can you tell us a little something about the world of Diane Frett that people around you may not know?
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm a pretty open person. My staff probably knows everything about me. But I did want to mention, I came to this country from Korea, South Korea, when I was 10 years old, very young. And I remember literally having no knowledge of English at all. Like, I spoke no English. So my dad, I remember, was forcing us. I'm one of 5 kids, and forcing us to watch Sesame Street all the time, and forcing us to speak English at home. So I remember, hating that at the beginning. And also, I remember a time where my father took us to, I'm going to take you guys to like really good restaurant that everybody loves. It was Pizza Hut. And I remember I walked in there. I'm like, oh my God, what is that smell? And I hated the smell of cheese. I was like, oh my God, why do people eat this stuff? And till this day, I do not like pizza. So that's one thing I wanted to point out. And then also, like I said about, coming into this country at age 10, so I was in primary school, and not having any English, and the county that I was in New York, they didn't really have a really good ESL program. So I was kind of like stuck into this mainstream class where I didn't know anything. I didn't understand anything. So I did skip a lot of classes. I did skip school a lot. And I remember getting in trouble constantly with my father, and I would take my little, sister and brother with me too, because we were both like, all of us were like, oh my God, what are we doing here? That kind of thing. So so I skipped school and stuff, but hey, you know what? I graduated college and have the CPA, so I guess skipping school at primary wasn't that big of a deal.
Holy cow, that's a good reveal.
Yeah.
I commit that I won't share that information with anyone outside of this broadcast. So that's good to know. Career plan: skip school, become the vice president of finance of a $100 million organization that's growing faster than any company in the healthcare space.
Yeah.
Miss Diane Frett, we couldn't get where we are today without you. Everybody who knows what you and your team members do will agree with that. So thank you very much for agreeing to be the Coronis Feature Employee of the Month. Well deserved.
Thank you. Thank you.